Hey everyone, let's talk about the real state of the US economy in 2024. We're seeing some interesting trends this year. First up, let's dive into the GDP growth. The economy has been growing at a steady pace, around 2.5% annually. This is a bit slower than last year, but still a positive sign considering global uncertainties. Next, let's talk about employment. The job market remains strong with an unemployment rate hovering around 3.8%. This is one of the lowest rates we've seen in decades. However, wage growth has been a bit sluggish, only increasing by about 2%. This means that while people are finding jobs, they're not necessarily getting higher pay. Inflation has been a hot topic lately. In 2024, inflation has stabilized around 2.1%. This is within the Federal Reserve's target range, which is good news for both consumers and businesses. Prices for goods and services aren't rising too quickly, which helps maintain purchasing power. Housing is another crucial aspect to consider. Home prices have continued to rise, although at a slower pace than previous years. The average home price is up by about 5% compared to last year. This can be challenging for first-time homebuyers, but it's a sign of a healthy housing market overall. Now, let's look at consumer spending. Americans are still spending, but they're becoming more cautious. Retail sales have grown by about 3% this year. People are prioritizing essentials and looking for value, which is shaping how businesses operate. The stock market has been quite volatile. Despite some ups and downs, the S&P 500 has managed to gain around 7% so far this year. Investors are keeping a close eye on interest rates and geopolitical events, which are influencing market sentiment. Speaking of interest rates, the Federal Reserve has kept rates relatively stable, with the benchmark rate at around 2.5%. This has helped keep borrowing costs manageable for both individuals and businesses. However, any changes in rates could impact the economy significantly. Lastly, let's not forget about the national debt, which continues to grow. It's now over $33 trillion, raising concerns about long-term fiscal sustainability. This is something policymakers will need to address sooner rather than later. So, that's a snapshot of the US economy in 2024. It's a mixed bag of steady growth, low unemployment, controlled inflation, and some ongoing challenges. Keep an eye on these trends as the year progresses. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.